Hi you guys. All right, this is week 2 of my weight loss journey 2024. Hopefully this is the last one. So I'm going to share with you guys exactly how I plan on getting my dream body, getting fit, a few weight loss hacks, and then a few things from my week so far. So in order to get this fit body that I want, my goal is to have one meal a day that has protein, veggies, but the most important part is to have 30 grams or less of carbohydrates, and then the next day fast, and then the next day one meal a day, then the next day fast. So just back and forth, back and forth. As of last week, I was eating either 2 or 3 meals a day with higher carb content. I'm gradually gonna work down from that, and like yesterday I fasted. So I have this tracker that I'll post the link for the app that I use. This is the best one I found. And how I've got this set up is that if it's one color, that means I had 1 meal. If it's 2 different colors, I had 2 meals. If it's 3 different colors, I had 3 meals. And if it's a pink, just one color, that means I fasted. The green one means I had a low carb meal. So my goal is to have pink square only, green square only, pink square only, green square only. My focus is really on how can I flex that discipline muscle today. Let me get 1 rep in. Even if that means I'm just gonna have 1 low carb meal. I've eaten 2 high carb meals and now I'm just gonna have 1 low carb meal. So just like working it in. And yesterday I had my first fasting day. Today I'm gonna have a high carb meal, but I'm gonna try and make it just 1 meal today. The high carb meals are all like an orange shade of color. My sign of progress will be just having 1 solid square instead of 2 different colors or something like that. Good morning, you guys. All right, I just left the gym and I do kind of want some breakfast this morning. I was thinking about it as I'm passing by Chick-fil-A, but I want to flex my discipline muscle. So my goal today is to either have a pink square or a green square. Pink for fasting all day, or a green square, just 1 low carb meal today. I want to see that on my tracker. So early in the day, but that's the goal. Hi you guys. All right, it's the end of day Wednesday and I have not eaten yet so far, so I'm counting this as a fasting day. I'm not gonna eat the rest of the night. Finally flex my discipline muscle and I'm getting a pink square in. I finally fasted yesterday. I wanted to flex my discipline muscle. For me, it's about getting reps in. So I was just like, you know what? I just want to be able to say I got a repetition of my discipline muscle. Today, I am going to have a higher carb meal. Don't know what it is yet, but I'm going to have something higher carb. But it's about just getting these repetitions in. It's not going to be perfect right now. The point is to celebrate that I flex my discipline muscle. I fasted yesterday and build on it. Like, how can I flex my discipline muscle today? I'm just gonna have 1 meal. If you look at my chart, every day's been 2 meals, 2 to 3 meals, and higher carb meals. So of course, after fasting, I wanted to weigh in this morning. I was tempted to. I thought about it several times, but what kept me from doing it is I just was like, I want to flex my discipline muscle. This is the opportunities for me to flex that discipline muscle. So I didn't weigh myself. And after deciding not to weigh myself, I actually really feel good about this idea of just going by the mirror as my measure of progress. And the reason is because the scale is setting me up for disappointment. I have done before where I didn't weigh myself and it was a great journey. It was a much easier journey. Actually, after I weighed myself is when I started gaining weight back. But I wasn't looking at my body, like how my body's shaping, the leanness, how my stomach looks. Now that I'm not using the scale, now that I'm not, I'm looking in the mirror and using that as my measure of progress, I have my power back now. It's like I'm not running from the mirror. I'm not running and trying to hide from it, because when you run and try to hide from something, it stays there. But now that I'm taking the bull by its horns, it gives me the power to change it. And now I can do something about it. And now when I see changes, it's gonna be so much more powerful than the scale. I can lose 10 pounds this week. The 10 pounds this first week doesn't make my body look a certain way, but when I go by my measure of progress as the mirror, when I feel that sense of progress, it's gonna be the actual results that I want. I'm setting myself up for success now, because I'm not gonna have this feeling like, oh, I'm waiting for that high of the first, that first 10 pounds again. And it feels like it never comes. But now it's just a different mentality. Even a month later, I'm going to be pushing harder because I'm going to see a little changes in my body, and then I'm going to want to go harder. Whereas in the past weight loss journey I lost like 20 pounds in 5 weeks, and then it was a struggle, and then I started getting the weight back. Okay, so there's really only one main hack that I wanted to share. If you're feeling drained, it's because you're pouring energy into something that does not return it to you. Since I've been aware of that and conscious of that, my energy, not like physical, but my vibration, my aura, that kind of stuff has risen, and I think that's what is catapulting me into this weight loss journey right now. I'm focusing on my gym routine, weight training, how to build my muscle, how to get enough protein in, going for a walk, feeling the sunshine, feeling like enjoying nature. All of those things just kind of pour back into us, pouring into our loved ones that pour back into us, pour into all of these other things that pour into us. And when we are very picky about where we pour our energy, then our energy, our vibration, all of that starts rising. All of these wonderful, better things keep happening. And I feel like that's what's happening for me right now. If I could go back years ago, that's what I would say to myself. I think that is the catalyst for this weight loss journey that we don't really talk about so much, because it's really about, we always talk about the diet and exercise, but I think this is the catalyst, because we know like how much we're supposed to eat and that we're supposed to be more active and all that stuff. But how do you get to the point where you actually do it? And for me, I think about this, raising my energy and letting go of things that drain me. So yeah, so just wanted to share that little hack with you guys. Good morning, my loves. All right, so excuse me, I'm rounding out week 2. I'm feeling really good. I was super tempted to get on the scale this morning, but I flexed my discipline muscle. I did not get on the scale. And I am so excited about going by the mirror and studying my body, looking at my body, and using that as my measure of progress. Because let me tell you what normally happens when I get on the scale. I get on the scale, first week, lose like 10 pounds. And then I'm like, ooh, if I can keep this up, I can have a completely different body in 2 months. And then the next week, I lose like 5 pounds. And then I'm like, okay, if I can stay at 5 pounds per week. And then the next week, I lose 2 pounds. And then I gain weight, and then I lose 2 pounds, and then I gain weight, and then I disappear off YouTube, and I'm trying to figure it out again. It's like I'm trying to fight this uphill battle. It's a false target, because it feels like you make this huge amount of progress and then it slows down. Now that I'm not weighing myself, it makes my mentality very like, gotta hold tight, Sherlina. You'll see some changes in your body in 2 months. Just keep powering through. And my focus is not on the number, but my focus is on, I want to get all solid squares on my tracker. And so that's my focus, just getting to where I have 1 meal a day or fast. That's where I can build momentum. That's where I can feel my progress. That's where I can get that ball rolling. And now this week I have 2 squares, likely 3. I'm going to fast today to go from last week to this week where I get 3 solid squares. This is my measure of progress. This feels more in line with what's actually happening with my body versus, 10 pounds of water weight makes me feel like I've done a lot, but it's just setting me up for disappointment. Powering through week 2, and I feel good. My tummy's gone down. I was really tempted to get on the scale this morning. Feeling great. So I'm going to keep going, and I'm ready to see more and more solid squares in line with each other. So, and again, I'll put the link for the app I use down below. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Mwah.